Hello, how's it going out there? This is, we need help. This is, we are counselors at Hackett's Quarry summer camp, and there's been a horrible accident, attack, some stuff's bad here. We need your help. There is a swarm of bears, and they are everywhere. There's these hunters too. They seem to be shooting at the bears, but also at us, which is not good. And a few of our friends are hurt, and we're in desperate need of help. So please, I mean, there's vicious bears, and we don't know what to do. So please, come on, help us. SOS. This is an emergency. Save our ship. Come on down, please help us. Did I do it? Did I do good? Swarm of bears. Yeah. Heard of bears. Yeah, I've heard of bears. Hello, and welcome back to another video at Historian. Today, in accordance with a lot of the SAG-AFTRA things that have been happening, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly at all, but, well, today, and as long as the strike is going, I'll be focusing more on indie films, video games, and TV. Oh, and international. Or things that aren't in accordance with the strikes that are happening for the writers and the actors. In support of them, I will leave some links in the down bar. So if you could support them monetarily at this time, or if you know any of your artist friends, like, just give them a little something. But today I'm going to be talking and ranking the Supermassive games. Now, I would like to preface this by saying that there are a few games that I have not played, and in fact, I would say half of these games I've not played, mostly watched. But this is also from the perspective of someone that, like, does not understand video games, but would fully give, like, hundreds of my dollars to supporting these video games and the ones that I will recommend to you. I'm leaving out Little Nightmares Part 2 because it doesn't include, it's like the special edition version and it's not really theirs. I'm leaving out any of their other, like, independent, not choice-based games right now, and I'm also leaving out, like, Stray Dogs, or I don't know, there's one army one and it's just an army one and it looks freaking boring. But anyways, the titles that I'll be covering in their chronological order will be Until Dawn, Rush of Blood, Hidden Agenda, The Inpatient, Man of Medan, Little Hope, House of Ashes, and The Quarry, and The Devil in Me. Some of those are from the Dark Pictures anthology, and some of those are just Supermassive games that are standalone, and a few of these are like sequels. In this video, I'll just be very briefly, honestly, going over what my many favorite things about these series are, and saying whether or not I would encourage you to watch or play them. Also, I don't know why every single time I record I'm sick. Like, it's happened every 2 months, and so if y'all have, like, you know, not sickinators, share them with me. Share them with me because I'm dying. I'm also working a lot, so that's probably not helping, but still. Okay. Starting from the bottom, we are going to start with Until Dawn Rush of Blood. Okay, so that was a VR game that was made after Until Dawn, and it basically was just like it felt almost like an Evil Dead 2 version, where it was like they tried to consolidate the storyline into one singular VR experience, but it really just completely extrapolated all of the nuance from the story. I think that they had a few good jump scares, but it was mostly like a carny ride, honestly. Like, it just really didn't vibe with me. I just didn't get it. If you really like VR, I can't say that it won't be worth it, but as someone that doesn't have a VR headset and but still really loved Until Dawn and wanted some lore and more background on that game, I don't really think they had much to offer in terms of that. They had like a few more additional cutscenes, but it really just didn't enhance or make that story any different or more special in any type of way, and it was just kind of a cash grab, and I didn't really like it. So that's gonna come in at number 9. Next up on the ranking is in the similar vein of the Until Dawn Rush of Blood VR experience. It's the Inpatient. Get it? Vein, because they find your veins and they poke around. Okay, so this one is, I believe, a VR prequel to the Until Dawn instead of it being like a companion piece. It's set in the 50s, so that like automatically does just intrigue me a little bit more than like the direct thereafter of Until Dawn, but not even picking up with the like survivors of Until Dawn. It just like basically expanded on the miners story that if you went into the caves and as Mike the character and you like pilfered that of all the information that you could find, pretty much just like the sanatorium area, like it didn't really expand anything new on that. Yeah, it was another disappointment, but I understand them wanting their like magnum opus that was Until Dawn. Like I understand wanting to capitalize on that, but it is really just that. Okay, coming in at number 7. Sorry, The Inpatient was number 8, but number 7, this is this first like real game in my opinion, and that one's Medan. So this one I have tried to play and watch multiple. Hey Chuck, stop doing that, baby. Russell's innocently. Dog, get over here. Yeah, yeah. Oh, and you got Piss Boy in there. You got him. Okay. Man of Medan is okay. So there's like 2 technically Dark Pictures anthologies that feel kind of useless when you reach the end. Not to spoil this, but it is a ranking video, and I'm sure you wanted to know my opinion, so I guess I'll just do it anyways. But this was one of those 2, and it just really didn't amount to anything. Spoiler alert, skip. Honestly, at this point, like, I'm just gonna be singing its unpraises, so skip ahead if you don't want to hear some, like, just straight up spoilers about the game. Man of Medan, I really like the nautical theme. I was, like, super into it. I love horror surrounded by water. I think that's, like, an easy fear, easy, you know, like, let's do that, right? They were in a boat, and I was like, okay, like, it could be, like, a Queen Mary experience. No, they're just... Guys, it's a gas leak. They're Community Season 4. It's a gas leak. And that's broadcasted from the very beginning. So you're really just playing this game like, what am I doing? Like, I know these characters are literally being influenced by the gas, and it's mentioned and alluded to several times. It's not a mystery. There's no supernatural force at play. It's literally their own brains. And, like, it just feels a little bit to me even worse than the, like, oh, I'm crazy, which is not great, but like, or like an episode or hallucination. It's just like, yo, we all got crazy up in this boat. Like, whoa, we breathed in some toxic fumes when we were diving in a site where we really shouldn't have been diving in anyways. Like, I don't know. You can choose to make all the characters like kind of unlikable to a certain extent, and I think that's part of the camp and the fun of it, but these characters just didn't stick out to me. They weren't very important. I didn't really care much about them except for Fliss. And this one was, so this was the first of the Dark Pictures anthology, and it did not start off strong, I would have to say. Okay, so number 6, we have The Devil in Me. I played this game literally the day it came out with my friend. Shout out to Josh. If I don't think you're watching this, I don't think you have my channel, but thanks for buying all these games and letting me play them. Not all of them, but a good amount. Anyways, The Devil in Me. We played it, like, immediately. It was broadcasted as, like, dude, this, I got so hyped. I got, like, ridiculously overzealously hyped for this game. It was marketed as, like, Saw meets H.H. Holmes, and one of the things that I really, really like about Supermassive Games is that they incorporate, like, weird moments of history in their horror, which I think is, like, yeah, like, I think history is scary and, like, crazy things have happened. It's so fun. I love history. Anyways, H.H. Holmes, murderer, famous murderer in the World's Fair era time. He had a murder hotel, and like he had like body shoots and everything. Like you can look up videos about it and research it to you want what you want. I knew about this man. He was old news to me, but Supermassive Games, H.H. Holmes, like that, I was like, hell yes, like sign me up yesterday. When it came to the traps and the trials of being in the house, I found that those parts entertaining, but all of the parts in between and the actual, like, is it H.H. Holmes or is it some guy storyline just really missed a lot of marks for me. To be fair, we played it, like, the moment the game released, so there were still some glitches, and also I'm a bad gamer. That's the other thing. I'm not a video jamer. I would love to be a jamer, but I'm not. I'm just too poor for it. But I literally, like, me and Mark, we were running around in a circle in the library for literally half an hour. It was, yeah. So ultimately, it was like the smoothest gameplay that I've experienced of like a game of that caliber. It was really fun to play it with my friend, but the actual story and the endings left me and him pretty disappointed, and I don't think its critical reception was much to ring about either. Okay, so we're moving into the games that I actually would recommend, and number 5 is Hidden Agenda. Now, I recently found this game. It is apparently in between, so it's before the Inpatient and before Medan, but after Rush of Blood it came out. It's a iPhone choice game where you can like play alone or play with others and manipulate the story, and it's kind of like it's like it's I'm pretty sure it's like a buddy cop, like detective, like kind of Connor's storyline, Detroit Become Human, like detective figuring out like who a murderer is kind of case, and I love that shit. I love murder mysteries. This is the one that I've not played. I would love to play it when my friend gets back. Actually, I don't know, it might just be an iPhone game, so I can just download it. But the characters are, again, like they seem like way more serious and in that Detroit Become Human vein. It's just like one storyline. It's not horror really. But like from what I have researched, I think you can get like several different endings, and some of them are good, some of them are bad. Like you can fail the case and all that stuff. I think that would be really fun to play, especially if there's like someone in your group that's a chaos agent, which would be me, and I would be fucking up the investigation. Okay, yeah. No, so I don't have, like, the most to say about that one, but that one is one on my list that I'm, like, very interested in checking out. Now we're at number 4, and this one is House of Ashes. This is another Dark Pictures anthology. This one was a lot. I don't know if y'all, like, played, watched it. This one threw me for a doozy. So it starts off as like, Chucky, please. I'm sorry, I'm like trying to stop my cat from fucking with everything in my room. It starts with like a military dismount in a Sumerian peninsula, because it deals with Pazuzu. But then, spoiler alert again, it turns into like some alien shit. Like literally like Alien the movie. Like there's like pods of creatures, and it's like black and dark and tunnels and caverns, and it's pretty cool. It's like if that part in Wreck-It Ralph was freaky. I did not expect that to be the change. I also do know a little bit about Pazuzu, so I was a little bit like, this is the like manifestation of her that you're going with, but okay. I just think that in terms of like what it set up and then what it ended with in terms of the anthology was definitely the most impressive and the most like far out thing that they could have gone with. So I do think it is the most ambitious, but as in terms of like personal enjoyment, the like politics and stuff of the army in the beginning, I just don't gel with that. Like they're literally just like, it's very Tropic Thunder typical, like, rah, 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 we gotta defend our country. What our country's not worth defending. Oh, I'm angry at you. Rah, 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 rah. Too many men with testosterone, and there's a woman, and oh, she's Ashley Tisdale. Woo, woo, woo. Anyways, yeah, it was not disappointing. It was fun mostly throughout. And I think that a lot of choices actually were, like, that you made in the beginning could affect the ones that are made down the line in insurmountable ways. Also, I'm pretty sure this is the one where you have the option to, like, pull out a cross. It does nothing. And it's so funny. It's like pull out a gun or pull out a knife, and then it's like pull out a cross. And of course my dumbass is like, help me, help me. This isn't a cross, this is Bastet. She might as well be, help me. Anyways, and then on to number 3. This one is, admittedly, it's a hotter take. This one is Little Hope. This is my favorite of the Dark Pictures anthology. I think it was because I won't lie, like, one of my history preoccupations has always been the Salem witch trials. I don't know what weird freak, well, it's probably because I'm a weird freak and that's why I'm obsessed with it, because I know my life would have been real difficult back then. I don't know what it is. It's pretty morbid. Sometimes I'm like, is this, like, am I, like, a true crime girly, but in a weird, like, masochistic history way? Anyways, I really enjoy a lot of Salem and that sort of, like, the metaphor of being condemned as a witch sort of media. So Little Hope is no different than that. Plenty of spooky boo-boo jump scare moments. I liked the characters. They annoyed me, but I liked them and I understood them. They were easy to get behind. Also, shout out to my main man, Will Poulter. I've been in love with him since he was in the Narnia movies. People are like, wow, he's so hot now. And I'm like, bitch, he's always been hot. I love his weird eyebrows. I will admit, spoiler alert again, that the ending of, like, it was a delusion by this old man and he just is suffering from guilt and maybe it didn't happen, who knows. Weak ending. Weak ass ending. I admit, it didn't fully stick the landing, but, you know, most things don't. And as you'll see from our later entries, I can love something that completely shits the bed at the end of the night. Welcome to Hackett's Quarry. What's their saying again? What doesn't kill you will make you stronger. Oh my god. Okay. Number 2 is the Quarry. But I will say it is, like, they're duking. The Quarry and Until Dawn, they are fighting. They're girlies and they are fighting and they're ripping each other in the ring, and every day it you know, I think it's because it's summer right now. I'm in my, like, I want to be a summer camp counselor era. I'm always in my I want to be a summer camp counselor era, but especially so now that the weather is nice. This movie, it's basically a movie, honestly. This game is almost everything I've ever wanted in a supermassive, like, game model. First, let's just, you know, like, I'm gonna be so honest, I made this video so that I could just talk endlessly about Until Dawn in the Quarry, so you're gonna be sitting here for a while. Is that okay? It's okay. Anyways, let's just go over the characters because I fucking love the cast. Okay, we've got fucking girly from Modern Family, Abigail Bligg. I will say I was upset that they didn't give her a bi storyline because she was literally drawing Emma in the beginning and they were supposed to be girlfriends and we could have had an option to kiss Nick or Emma and I think that would have been just as juicy. I liked her, but she suffered from, like, the same, like, Ashley syndrome, basically, where she was just kind of useless in the last, like, 2 hours of the game or so. Like, she just didn't really have any more, like, important character changing moments that she could have gone through, unfortunately. Next, we've got our love interest, Nick, which I don't know why, but he fascinates me deeply as a character because he, like, everyone knows him as, like, a very nice, chivalrous guy, and he's very relaxed and laid back, and he gets along with everyone, but he is the first one to, oh, maybe I should disclose, this is a werewolf game. Oh, I'm sorry, Gabby, I'm sure you're sleeping. I'm sorry. Oh. Anyways, he is the first one to turn, so I think he has to turn. I think you can save him, but, like, he is the first one that gets turned into a werewolf. and he is featured in my cover of my Werewolf Boyfriend Please Don't Eat Me playlist, which, speaking of which, 60 people have liked that playlist. I'm not saying I don't make a good playlist because I use Spotify like it's the Bible. What? I don't use the Bible. But I use it like I need the Bible. And I do. And I don't know why 60 people have liked it, but you could be 61. Anyways, Nick is, but then when he turns, he is like so feral in a way that has not been reached by other condemnations of werewolfism. So every character can turn into a werewolf. I love that run that, like, you get everyone bit and they're all just werewolves running around on Hagen's Quarry. Like, that's so fun. Anyways, but like, even so, like, when Dylan turns, like, he screams at Caitlin. He's like, get the fuck out, like, I'm turning, you need to leave. But Nick, like, he's a literal wolf in sheep's clothing, whereas he's kind of prowling this entire time, and then he waits until the last minute at camp, and then I don't know, like, the things that he says to Abby are just so, like, okay, interesting. So we've got Nick's buddy. He goes Emma because he's from New Zealand, I think. I don't know, I'm sorry. Also, all these people are, like, on YouTube. Miles Robbins, hello. Anyways, his friend is Jacob. Jacob's a big dumbass. I think a lot of characters, like, hate him a lot more than I do, and I don't really hate him. I just kind of pity him. He's just sad. He cries a lot. He makes a bad decision that shapes the night of the quarry, but also, like, can I blame him? Yes, he probably shouldn't have done the things that he did, but he's probably a dumbass 16-year-old, and you know what? Who would have thought werewolves? Who would have thought werewolves? And a ghost! Eliza, from Twin Peaks. Man, she's a gem in that. Like, I love when players don't get cards and she yells at them. I don't like it when she yells at me when I don't get cards, because that feels bad. But it's funny when she yells at others. Okay, Jacob. Well, we've got Emma, his love interest. They were, summer camp benefit friends. What? Anyways, and, he's like, why can't we stay together, bro? And she's like, dog, I don't like you that bad. She's a bitch with a capital B, but she's kind of slay about it. She's got a social media, like me. She's got more subscribers than me, though. I'm on to you, Emma. Mountback. They all have fun names. Emma, yeah, she's kind of a dick. But she's also, like, a badass woman, and she'll kick any door down that she can. She will try. She will break her foot. She is, like, kind of the Emily of the Quarry, where she's just, like, she's a dick, and then she's just in badass mode, and she is running away from monsters, and you are like, I will do anything to protect you. I will keep you safe and sound. Moving on, oh, how could we forget? Caitlin Kaw. I am the blueprint for Caitlin, not to, okay, like, I think I'm, like, probably Moon Dylan, Sun Caitlin, Rising Emily. Anyways, Caitlin is a bitch too, but she is more of, like, a tough love kind of bitch, where she's like, I think she's trying to push you to be a bit of a better person than you are, but she's also gonna insult the fuck out of you in the process. She is played by Miss London Tipton of Disney Channel fame. She's badass. She can shoot a gun like no one's business, and she's so short, it makes it just very adorable. Like, she's just very short compared to the rest of the cast, but she's such a spitfire, and if that's not me coded, I don't know what is. Chucky, you're gonna fall off the bed if you keep licking yourself like that. I can see you slipping. Yeah. Boop. Okay, and then, to the boys of the hour. Y'all, I've been in love with Justice Smith forever. Like, I don't know what it is, but yeah, I just love him. His character is Ryan Erzaler. He is the, like, he's tall, dark, and handsome, and he's brooding, and he's lonely, and he listens to podcasts, and his voice sounds like this. I don't know why his voice sounds like that. That is not how that's not how his voice sounds. He doesn't normally talk like this. I don't know why he was doing that for this whole game. It's so silly. Then there's our boy Dylan. He is the class clown, but he is he's multifaceted, okay? He runs the radio hut. He is into quantum physics. He's a little gay, sassy twink that's on a run to get what he wants, and he doesn't care who's there to stop him. I am in love. I'm in love with them as a pairing. Like, ideal. I think they're Angel and OJ coded from Nope. Anyways, yeah. Max. Max is a dumbass and a Columbus apologizer. He is the first. Okay, the Quarry, like the opening scene, that shit is phenomenal. Like I could wax Rhapsodies. I think it's almost perfect, except for the part where they mention the Evil Dead, which I think is really funny because Sam Raimi is literally in the Evil Dead. Yeah, the cold open, chef's kiss. Does this look like the Hackett's Quarry to you? Also, this game is so, like, quotable too. Like, pop, pop, peanut butter, butter pops. Pop, pop, pop them in your mouth. Pop! And, yeah, no, like, bears. Fucking bears, man. God, this game is so funny. Max. He is the other one that, like, has to be turned into a werewolf. He is currently being held capture by Sam Raimi because he finds them a day too early sniffing around some werewolf's business where they shouldn't be. But also, Chris Hackett, played by the legendary Dewey Riley, as in David Arquette, who's a clown literally on Maine. He literally does clowning. He looks like he eated bees, but also why open a camp one day after your fucking werewolf bout, buddy? You know, like, don't give yourself a week grace period. Like, I feel like that would be like having a bender, you know? Like, you wake up, you're naked, you don't know where you are, your head hurts, you're naked. Like, I need a week. I need a week to recover. And then his girlfriend Laura, who's like kind of, she's not the final girl, but she's the final girl type. Caitlin and her are the final girls, basically. And she's just a very, like, straight-laced, like, final girl, like I said, total survivor energy. She has a clip in this that I've never seen anyone play through, but holy shit, it made me laugh for a day. Cutting into that now.
What the fuck is she doing? Hey, little bitch. You're singing off key.
Ryan, run!
He took my knife.
She was annoying the shit out of me.
Anyhow, the characters of this game, so entrancing, the setting is beautiful, the graphics are fucking phenomenal. You can see every little pore and freckle on everyone's face, and that is insanity. I love summer camp and I'm a lover of summer horror. It was a not unexpected twist to have werewolves, but to have a ghost, that was pretty fun too. You know, we got 2 of 1. But speaking of, like I mentioned, shitting the bed, holy fuck, this one shat that bed. Holy shit. The ending, what happened there? The music, and I'm like, girl? The night's over? I, like, talk about whiplash. Like, it was, I thought Until Dawn's ending was, like, lackluster and kind of, spoon-fed, but woof, the Quarry did shite the bed. But I did like how it had, like, time of death and, like, everything like that. I wish we could have had, like, some confessional tapes, because those, I really liked those from the last one. But honestly, like, for a romp, which is what it was, it's been a year and I'm still obsessed. Like, I still think about Dead Meat playing it and hope that he does that again very soon. Oh my god, Dead Meat, do a fucking Quarry kill count. Dude, I should send that into the email right now. But, you know what that means. You know what my number one is, and that is Until Dawn. Jesus hot sauce Christmas cake. Hashtag there's a freaking ghost following us. Understand the palm of my hand, bitch. How could it not be Until Dawn? This why do I keep saying movie? This game raised me. It was a movie because I only watched Jacksepticeye play it. I've never played Until Dawn, so, you know, maybe it shouldn't really be number one because I have started to play the Quarry. Josh, when you get back, we're fucking finishing it, even though you're a fucking summer camp counselor. Like, what? Like, shouldn't that have been higher in your priorities list? Anyways, I love Until Dawn. I would literally kill a man. I would kill several men to get a chance to get my grubby little hands on it. I loved the Quarry that they acknowledged Until Dawn. I think it's funny. I think they're in the same universe. But Until Dawn changed the game, revolutionized the game, the game, like the game industry. Like, I swear it took all of my dreams of those, like, flip, like, choose your own adventure books to life. It was the start of, like, me enjoying video games in, like, my, like, lifetime, and I think I have it all to owe to Until Dawn. Okay, so Until Dawn is, kind of like a slasher set in a snowy winter cabin where two sisters in this friend group unfortunately went missing one night, and it was a collateral night. Everything shit hit the fan and they were never found again. They go back 1 year later to have a reunion and shit happens. This was crazy. I remember when this was dropping, I was like masterminding it, like tape on the walls, like drawing strings. I was like, who is the killer? Because it's an inside job. Okay, let's go over characters. Josh Washington. We've got Josh, who is one of the most important characters, played by Rami Malek. I actually think he could have had, like, a total, like, Robert Pattinson, like, arc if he didn't honestly suck in Bohemian Rhapsody. Sorry. No digs at Freddie Mercury. Like, that movie just wasn't it. But, like, Godspeed, coaches. Like, God, like, he is at his hammiest, and I am loving it. Holy shit. Third act goes off the rails. His best friend, Chris, he's a dumbass. He likes climbing class. He doesn't like climbing class. He didn't pay attention in it because it's called gym. He is a nerdy little guy and the best friend of Josh, but he does have the heart of a hero. He is got a crush on Ashley, who is a very, like, withdrawn, kind of, like, sweet gal. She also likes Chris, but they just ain't saying anything about it. There is Mike Monroe, class A douchebag right there. He is the man. He gets his fingers cut off probably most of the time. He can befriend a dog. He's a huge douche, but I kind of love him. His love interest is Jessica. I don't really like Jessica. She's just kind of a bimbo. She's the new girlfriend. The ex-girlfriend is Emily, who I stan. Miss like, what is it? Straight A's bitch. Suck on that while you're trying to sleep your way into a job. She is not a feminist. She is not there for the girlies, but you know what? I don't know. I don't have anything to say. She's just mean, and I love her for it. She's a mean Asian little bitch, and I am too, so I love her. But like I mentioned earlier with Emma, she fucking, like, she goes, like, Tomb Raider, man. Like, she is Juno in the Descent. Like, she is just fucking, her, like, chase, like, of the WENDIGO. Yes, I'm not gonna say it because I live in the Pacific Northwest. Haha, I'm not fucking stupid. Do you think I'm stupid? I live in Washington, sweetheart. I'm not saying it. Also, freaky. Oh, speaking of freaky, I will say I did not love the werewolf design. It did look a lot like the WENDIGOs. Just the skinny, lithe, like, bony creature doesn't really do it for me much anymore. But I did like that it was a different take on werewolves rather than just, like, you know, furry fluff. But they were compelling, creepy, and they were actually, like, kind of true to, like, the tale and the mythology and folklore of Algonquian? Yes. I didn't want to mispronounce that. But so, like, yeah, like, I think there's a lot of property that has, like, antlers. Nah, they're not. They don't have antlers. So, like, the skeletal figures, like, to me, that made sense for that. Just, like, the, like, smile. Like, that was the one where I was like, oh, it makes sense for this story. So, use your spooky boo-boo skinny ladies wisely, folks. But, God, like, I don't think I finished all the characters. Like, Jessica, Ashley... Matt! Oh my god, Matt, my honey boy, my sweetie pie, my tough big boy, my big boy Jordan Fisher. Oh, he was kind of underutilized, I think. He was just kind of a dum-dum. He's dating Emily. She kind of pushes him around, but I think he likes it. He probably gets pegged. So, who is he to complain? But there's a lot of twists and turns in this story. It's surprisingly insightful and deep and sorrowful when it deals with grief. I think its main antagonist is honestly just like a misunderstood and traumatized individual, which doesn't like excuse his actions or anything like that, but it makes for a very compelling villain and a story. And then I really loved that moment where they realize, like, it's not him up to all this, like, there are actual creatures on this mountain that are trying to hunt and kill us. Yeah, so the fast-paced, like, continuous storyline, and there were little to no lulls in the story. I mean, towards the end, you know, it gets a little hairy, but God, like, what else can I say about Until Dawn that no one else has said before, just lauding it in its masterpieces. I went as an Ashley one year for Halloween. Like, I just truly love Until Dawn. So this is all to say is if you have a PS4 or any of those, like, Xbox, I think, and some like desktop fucking computers can handle it, not my little setup, like, I just definitely Until Dawn, definitely the Quarry. I can really recommend House of Ashes, and personally I like Little Hope. And Hidden Agenda would be fun with your friends. The other games, you know, you should check them out in the nature of, like, just supporting an indie game company. Or maybe it's not indie, I don't know, whatever. This is all to say, I'm sorry that, like, we can't talk about movies and stuff at this time, but I'm still on the crawl and wanting to enthuse about other horror things that I love, and, sorry it took me so long to come out with a video. I honestly didn't really know what to do for a while. So if you guys have any ideas or, like, things that you'd like to hear about, some ideas that I could throw out, or talking about the Japanese remake trend or the American remake trend of, like, a lot of international horror, or Didn't I have another idea? Oh yeah, it was like doing background history on the Vampires of What We Do in the Shadows, the TV show. But like if any of those things or rankings, oh no, can't do that. Anyways, if any of those ideas like that support the SAG-AFTRA strike pop into your head, like please leave them in the comments. I would love to read and respond to them. I hope you're having a great day. Keep creating, keep creeping, and keep caring for each other. I'm gonna scoop you up again so you can say goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. You're cute. Even when you attack me.